welcome to Spill the Tea with Alicia G. You're just coming in to welcome. Don't be shy, just say hey. Push out negativity, push in the positivity. The best is to come just believe. We have a special guest with us, all the way from Sweden, y'all. Not America, Sweden. We have an international guest today, and her name is the beautiful, the talented, the sweetheart of them all, Miss Green. How you doing today, Miss Greenie?
Except from the fact that I'm sick, I'm actually good. I'm glad to be here.
Glad to have you here on Spill the Tea with Alicia G. Ladies and gentlemen, all social media, AliciaGWorld. Be sure to hit that bell for notifications, subscribe to the YouTube channel, follow the people, Miss Greenie, follow me, AliciaGWorld. Are you ready to spill some tea? Is everyone ready?
Oh yeah.
Let's do it, baby. Everyone showing up, thank you. Guys, share this broadcast out. Tell your friends. Isn't it lit? Isn't it juicy? Isn't it bossy? Isn't it BIGO-licious? We spill the tea with Alicia G and the beautiful Miss Greenie. Baby. Alright, so Miss Greenie, where did you grow up actually?
Oh, I grew up here in Sweden, in Stockholm, like in a little area, with my mom, my dad, my sister, and my little brother. Kind of actually like a really small family. We were not like this huge. It was always like grandma, grandpa, mom, dad, me and my siblings. Kind of like some contact with my uncles ish.
Nothing wrong with smaller family. Like me personally, I'm an only child, so it's pretty much literally my dad, my mom, and me, and the AG Army. Boom, boom, baby.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of nice because like when we have those like family reunions, there's not like a lot of people. Well, except for my sister, she has like 5 kids. So now it's turning bigger because I have 2 kids, my brother have 1 kid, and my sister, she has 5. So like now when the all kids are joining too, we are getting bigger, but still kind of small.
Family is family, so enjoy every single moment. So, how was school like growing up? Were you the popular one? Were you like the joker? Were you the student, the bookworm, what I'm saying?
Oh, bookworm, no, definitely not. I hated school. I was kind of like the misfit. I didn't really know where I belonged. I wanted to be with the cool guys and the cool girls, but at the same time, I didn't have that attitude like when I was like in the lower grades. I always tried to be like me, but it was kind of hard because I had really much problem like knowing how to act, and I always loved to talk. Like my family, we are talkers. Like we talk a lot, like all the time. Like, oh, we never shut up. And so like that's kind of like the way I show if I'm happy. Like if I'm happy, I'm talking, I'm like sharing things, and when I'm quiet, there's something wrong. And I always got bullied for that. Like I was always annoying and people didn't like me. And so I was the one everyone picked on because I was like the outsider. But so it hasn't been like easy during school. And then I got like to high school and things. And then I started to get an attitude because I was like, I had to defend myself because I was like, I don't want anyone to pick on me. And instead of like people picking on me, the teachers threw me out. I was in the principal's office more than I was in the classroom. And I was like standing yelling and screaming. So I was like, I had like a lot of problems. But now, like 15 years later, they found out that I had ADHD, and that explains a lot why I acted and why I was in that. So if I had knew this when I was younger, things would probably have been easier, and teacher would probably have like more, they would understand me more, because when I was in school they were just like, oh, she's so annoying, we can't handle that girl. So like throwing shit, and I was like, when they're like, the class isn't over, I don't care, I want to go, so I just left, and we're like, okay, bye, I guess.
So you would say you were a little bit of a troublemaker?
Yeah, I was an insecure troublemaker, because I thought I was cool, because like, oh, I'm a badass, but I was not a badass.
What was your worst subject, and then what was your best subject?
Worst subject was math. Oh Lord, I still hate it. So I was like, I do not look forward when my kids come home like, hi mom, I have a math question, can you help me? I'm gonna be like, talk to your dad. Or call grandma. Don't talk to me. And my best subject was music.
Okay. Now, like, back to the school, like, you said you were a little bit of a troublemaker. Were you in music classes or clubs or?
No, I was like, we had like this, like, I think it was 2 times a week. We had like 2 hours that we like learned about music, and we had a chance to sing. And I mean, like, I was always there, but like, my dad was a musician, so I have been growing up with music, and he has always been playing the guitar, and he was singing, and he was actually doing covers of Elvis. So when I grew up, my first song that I know was "In the Ghetto" with Elvis. And so like, when I started the music, when I had music like in school, I always got like harder homework, like music homeworks, because they were like, you know too much, this is too easy. So I was like, yeah, but I didn't care. I was like, I love the fact that they wanted to give me, oh, thank you, that they wanted to give me harder homework, because
After 3 a.m. Eastern. Thank you. About 3 a.m. Eastern.
Joshua is going.
3 a.m. Eastern.
Yeah, Joshua is going hard again.
Me, honestly. They're killing me, like, literally killing me. 3 a.m. Eastern. Edward Charlotte, thank you so much. And the new day's like at 3 a.m. Eastern. 3 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Joshua, 3 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hold. You're killing me, like, literally. I'm fast right now. Never. Right in the middle. Spill the tea. I will check later, JJ, okay, hon? The baby, yes, madam. Boom, baby. We can get more after 3 a.m. Eastern. But this is Miss Green's interview. I'm going to focus on Miss Green. And I'm sure thank you. Boom, baby. So, you loved music, and you said your father was a musician. What instrument did he play?
Yeah. He played piano, guitar, drums, harp, and I think it was 2 more, but I can't really remember it right now. But mostly he played the guitar and the harp.
That's awesome. Now, see, he played all his instruments. Did you ever learn any instruments? How to play any instruments?
I wanted to. I still want to learn. I learned a little bit of piano, but I have never had, like, I couldn't sit down when my dad tried to learn me. He was like, okay, I'm gonna show you. And it was like 3 minutes I was like, I need to do something. Let's go there. So he's like, I give up. I was like, I think I was 5 or 6, and my dad made me my own studio at home.
Oh wow, that's awesome.
But yeah, but he took it down
Oh
because I was like, I couldn't focus. I was too like busy being everywhere else. I had no focus. I have no energy just sitting there and like wait. And I'm still that today. I was like, when something goes too slow, I'm like, I start climbing the walls. I was like, oh, I need to do
no.
something.
I the same way. I'm like, oh my,
So I never
I have to
had
do
a
stuff
chance.
all the time. Oh my goodness, that's awesome. So at an early age, you started loving music. My dad actually supported his way through college playing the drums, so music has always been a very big thing in my family as well. And my father's father, so my grandfather, he actually played the piano in a 12-piece orchestra and helped support the family as well. So I come from a very musical family as well. So I know how that is. That's awesome. So
Yeah.
back to like, the whole school days and everything. Would you say you were a partier at all?
Yeah. I was, yeah, but I was like, as I said, I was not very popular and like the most popular kids that was starting to smoke and drink early. And I wanted to be the cool girl. I wanted to be like just as them. So they were like, hey, we're gonna go take a smoke. Do you want to join? Okay. So I started to smoke when I was like 11, 12.
Bad girl. Bad girl.
And and I haven't stopped yet. And I started partying when I was like 14, 13, 14. Not like very often though. It was like sometimes when I was in with my friends. But I think like it wasn't because I wanted to. It was just because like I thought I was cool because the other girls did it, so I had to be as cool as them.
Leader, I got you.
But when I got older, I partied too much.
Can you tell us maybe a story of like one of the craziest parties you've ever been a part of?
How long do we have?
Let's go! Welcome to Spill the Tea with yours truly, Alicia G, and the beautiful Latino mystery. Be sure to give us both pals we have our
I think one was I was like I think I was like turning 17 and I fooled my parents like, yeah, I'm gonna be at my girlfriend's house, we're gonna have a movie night and everything. My mom's like, yeah, let me talk to her dad. I was like, oh shit. But her dad was like, yeah, I'm gonna be home, it's all good. And then all of a sudden he got work to do, so he had to leave, so he wouldn't be home for like, he would come home the next day. So me and my friend, we were like, oh yeah, we're doing this. We are so doing this. So we partying and we ended up like, we woke up at someone's couch 4.5 hours away from where we lived. So we had to book, we called her dad like, hi. He's like, where are you? There is a little city in Sweden called Linköping. And it's like a few hours away. And then we took the wrong train because we were so hangover and we wanted to restart partying. So we took the train in the wrong direction. So her dad had to like book us new tickets and we had to like ask people. It was so embarrassing, like, hey, where should I stand if I want to go to Stockholm? He's like, are you supposed to be here? We're like, no, we're not. We need to get home. And he called my mom And my mom did not tell my dad, because if she told my dad, I would probably be locked in a closet or something still. And when I got home, she's like, "Oh, she's having a headache. She has a migraine." Or something. My dad was like, "Oh, poor baby girl." I went up to my room. My mom came up. She's like, "Oh, you have a headache. Suit yourself. I ain't gonna feel bad for you." I was like lying there, like hoping I was dead. I was like, "Please kill me now."
Goodness.
That's one
You
of those.
wild thing, Miss Greeny. You wild woman. Roar! Oh.
Yeah.
And everyone I love, I appreciate everything so much. So remember, the fresh start, new day starts after 3 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. For sure you're following, sharing, tap on that screen. Share this broadcast, guys. Share this broadcast, tell your friends, and spill some fun, juicy tea with the one and only Miss Greeny from Sweden, y'all. We have an international guest today. International. Any other party stories you may want to, share with us at all?
Oh, thank you. Hello. Oh. Well, there was a time. We don't have to say which day or when or how long ago this was. But I was out partying, having a good time, and like some friends are like, "Hey, we're gonna buy you tequila," and I'm not supposed to drink tequila. Things always happen when I drink tequila, and the last thing I remember is like, okay, I'm gonna go out, like the bar closed, and it's like, I need to go get out. I need to get some fresh air, and I'm gonna wait for my driver to pick me up and drive me home. The next thing I remember is waking up at 7 a.m. at my mom's house. Like, why am I here? I don't live here anymore. I was like, how did I get here? So I was like walking down, and my mom looked at me. She's like, "Hi." I was like, how did I get here? She's like, "Yeah, you should thank the police officers who thought you needed to get a drive home." I was like, "Oh shit."
Nope.
So apparently I was not able to get home by myself, so some nice police officers said, "Hi, we're gonna drive you home. Where is the closest?" I was like, apparently I said my mom lives like 5, and I remembered my mom's address correctly, like without any doubts, like I grew up there. But I have no remember of talking to the police officers, and I was like, oh. And I was so embarrassed, and my brother was there, and my brother's fiance was there, and my brother's fiance, and my sister-in-law and my mom, they were laughing so hard. Like, my mom, she never have been like angry at me when I've done things. Like, I don't really do this kind of things though, but when it happened, she's never been angry. She feels like it doesn't help getting mad. She was just laughing, and she still talks about it. I was like, oh, because like yesterday, my day before, my train was late. There had been an accident or something, and my mom's like, "Yeah, but call the police. They can drive you home." I was like, "No, bye, ma." So
no tequila for Miss Greeny. There you have people. No tequila.
No.
Oh my goodness. And I just have to say once again, I love the Boom Boom Baby t-shirt you be repping. Boom Boom Baby. Oh.
And
the wristband. Alicia G merchandise. Loving it.
yeah. Yes.
Amazing, guys. Share the podcast. This is Spill the Tea with Alicia G and the talented and the beautiful, our international guest, Miss Greeny herself. So, you are a party animal. So, right out of school, what was your first job right out of school?
Well, I was studying to become an assistant nurse. So my first job was like I wasn't like fully an assistant nurse, but I was working at a nursing home, and then after that, when I became an assistant nurse, I was working at a hospital. I've been working at, yeah, hospitals, and like I've been always like until now I've been working as an assistant nurse. So I think, yeah, and I've also worked in a shop, a candy shop,
Candy shop.
but I had to stop because it was not kind of my thing, and we had no security cameras and anything, and they were kind of like I was alone for like 12 hours a day and things like that. So it wasn't really my thing, but other than that, I've been working like with healthcare and taking care of people and things like that.
So, would you say you have a good bedside manner?
I have a I have a tiny, okay, half of me is a good person. That's a person I show everyone. And my devil is, I try to calm her down sometimes, but sometimes she explodes and say hello to the world.
Oh my goodness. And what do we call the devil? Does she have another name or? I don't-
No, I don't want to give that side attention too
Okay,
much.
that's okay. That's cool.
It becomes nameless.
The wild one. Oh my goodness. Okay, we're gonna tame it down here. Now I've heard you have these beautiful nails. I always see you with. You recently just got your hair done. You studying cosmetology. How did you make this transition? What made you? And I'm not sure on your nails. They are beautiful. Ooh, and you do them yourself. Is that right? How?
Yes, I do.
I can barely do my own, and they're like little. Oh, they're like, yeah.
Training, 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 patience, and training. Well, I took the turn because I was like, first of all, like I have always loved doing my hair. I've been purple, I've been pink, I've been blue, I've been red, orange. I've been like every color, like the whole rainbow.
The rainbow.
And yeah, so I've always done it like I bleach my own hair, I color it myself, I cut my own hair. But at some point I was like, okay, I'm doing this and I have no clue what I'm doing. Like I knew what I was doing because I've done it a lot, but I wasn't doing it correct. And I always watch. There is really like famous guy on YouTube called Brand Mondo, and I always watched him, and I was like, and during the pandemic, I was like, I was ready to go out working at hospitals, but they were like, they needed more nurses and they needed more assistant nurses, but they had no economy to like hire us. And that's when I was like, okay, I'm starting to feel like this isn't my thing anymore. And I was like, no, I want to do something else. I want to do something that I really, really love. And music, I can't just go like, hi, I'm gonna be new Shakira, hire me. Like that's kind of hard. And my nails, I'm already doing my nails. I was like, what's left? And I was like, hair. I'm gonna start studying hair. And I just applied and I got no answer. I was like, oh shit, I need to go back. I need to start working as an assistant nurse. I need to find a job. And then all of a sudden, when I called them, like, how's it going? They're like, poof, you're in.
Congratulations on that success. Now, how much longer do you have for the course, or how long a course is it before you're certified?
It is 75. The school is 75 weeks, and I have a class 1 day a week, and then 3 days a week I have at a salon, like practicing and learning like the environment and how it works in a salon, because you can be in school and they can tell you everything, but like the program I going in, like they say like you learn more if you're in like right on spot where everything is happening, and that takes 75 weeks, and then I have an other 75 weeks after that where I should be working to get my like a, a certified. It's like it's a letter that says like now you are a hairdresser, and you have to make a certain amount of hours.
Awesome. Best of luck on this new journey. That's exciting. That's so exciting. So you said
It is.
you had pretty much your hair every every color possible. You had your hair before. What's the longest and what's the shortest you ever had your hair?
Oh, the shortest is I was like, my side cut. I had that like all around my head except this part. So I had kind of, like a Ruby Rose haircut from when she was in Orange is the New Black. She had like that. And the longest I had was like under my hips, like on my thighs, like this. Really, I had like this, my hair was this thick and under my hips. And so, but then I started to bleach my hair, and then it was just like, I had to cut it all off. Oh, yeah, of course, as Captain said, the shortest I have been was when I was born. That's correct though, but yeah.
Well, your hair is looking very sharp and all perfection now. I see like the whole stylist in you is making it perfection.
Yeah, I love it.
Looking very good. So now you have a beautiful voice. You don't know, she's an amazing voice, y'all. A very beautiful, amazing tenor voice. Like when did you start singing? Actually, you say?
When I asked my mom, she said I was singing like at the same time when I started talking, I started singing. But that was because my dad he was always walking around and singing, and he was playing his guitar, so that was kind of natural. Like for other people, that like as talking was natural for people, that singing was natural for me, and so I've been always singing with my dad, but I started taking it like serious when I was around 10 or 11. I think that's when I started to like realize, oh, this is fun. So I've always been singing, but I started to take it serious when I was around 11, somewhere around that.
Very, very nice. Who would you say are your musical influences? Like your favorite artists, like who inspired you to I wanna continue on this path of singing?
Oh, definitely Christina Aguilera.
Yeah.
But she has a very, very special voice. But except that, I think it's like, of course, Whitney Houston, but also Dolly Parton and Tina Turner. I was like, when I grew up, we always played Dolly Parton, Tina Turner, and also Carlene Carter, the typical country singers.
You say Dolly Parton, did you say? I love
Yeah.
Dolly. I love how like her glamorous clothes and everything. I love that look with glamour, nuts and glamour, and the rhinestone.
Yeah, she seems so sweet. She, I was like, every time I hear her sing, I was just like, I want to give her a hug. She's always so sweet, and
Right?
she always seems so happy.
Now, what is your favorite genre of music to sing?
To sing, it is country, of course, and rock. I like rock a lot.
I do love country as well, so I love it, I love it.
Yeah,
Do you have a
and like rockabilly music. So like, but that's not. It's kind of country, but a little bit faster. I like rockabilly, like Johnny Cash and yeah, Carlin Carter and those.
the classics? Do you have a favorite song?
I have a lot. It's like it depends on which artist, but one of my favorite songs are actually one of your songs. It's Again. I can't stop listening to it. And as I told you, my guest at the pub where I'm working, they want to hear it every time I work. Other than that, I think it is the best with Tina Turner and In the Ghetto with Elvis Presley and Folsom Prison Blues with Johnny Cash. Those are my favorites, like all-time favorites.
Well, I love your taste in music. Aw, thank you. That's so sweet of you. Um, Now you said I heard a little birdie, a little bear, said you do karaoke. I mean a birdie.
Yeah. Yeah, I do. I work as like a karaoke
Oh
host.
my goodness.
So I have my own like little table and I got two big TV screens and everything and I got two microphones and things. So like we have this it is a computer but with like yeah, a lot of buttons and I hold I get a headache every time I think about that I have to remember everything. But yeah, I do. I work at a pub, and we have like our regular customers, and then we have some new guests coming and singing, and it's really funny. It's like it's always so much joy, and the fun thing about working with karaoke is that I get to sing a lot.
So you pretty much you sing the whole night away and have a few little sippies.
No,
Okay, we don't
when I'm
judge.
working, we're not allowed to drink. No, we're not allowed to
Oh,
drink
okay.
at all. My boss, he thinks like when you're working. You shouldn't be drinking because if something happens and I've been drinking, I at the same time I feel it too. I want to have like main focus. I want to be totally clear. And so I always start up the evening like doing the first song, and then I have a list with the people who wants to sing, and then we turn like the schedule. So I start over, and then we go through. So, and I always start and I always end the night just because it's not gonna be any guest who's complaining that oh he started it, oh she ended it. So
Absolutely, that makes sense. Captain, who wants to say a word, Captain?
yeah, bye, Captain. Take care.
Any last words? Because yes, guys, I have a lot of words and tickets. Guys, if you're just tuning in, welcome to Spill a Tea with your host, yours truly, Alicia G, and our talented overseas international guest, Miss Greenie. True foul and sharing. Tap on that screen, guys, and share the broadcast, guys. We're gonna spill some tea. Now, do you have any plans to further your music career, or any plans to record a song or anything in the future?
Yeah, I actually have like it is kind of like laying low at the moment because if I have a friend who has friends And she was like, hey, friends, I have a friend. So it was like, that they want to record me on a song that they've done, but there were some things happening, like very sudden. And so my friend, she's having like so much to do. So she was like, hey, I just talked to her like a few hours ago, and she was like, I haven't forgot you. I was like, I know you have your life. She has six
Oh my.
kids, and she's a single mom. So I understand. But the plan is that I'm gonna get the chance to record a song. But I would like to do that, but I don't think I want to work with it like full time, because I still want to have it like a hobby, like do it when I want to do it.
Best of luck in this new project. If you do happen to, I can't wait to hear it, and you better tell us all about it if it does go through. Best of luck.
Yeah.
So, how did you find out about BIGO? Like, BIGO, huh? I'm in Sweden, and BIGO. Wait, what?
Yeah. Actually, it was like that. It was one day, like in April. I was lying on the couch in my pajamas, just taking a chill pill, watching TV, and then a friend of mine who's also a broadcaster here, she called me and she was like, hey, what you doing? I was like, nothing. Why are you calling? We haven't been talking for like a few months. And she's like, I have something to tell you, and I think you're gonna like it, because I used to like live stream at Facebook and things like that. And so she told me a little bit about BIGO, and then like I think it was 10 minutes later, I was in a phone call with her and my agency owner. And then like I don't remember if it was like a day after or something, I had my interview, and then a few hours of that, he texted me like, you can start as the broadcaster. And I was like, wait, what? I'm gonna do what again? So since then, I've been hooked. BIGO is the first thing I check when I wake up, and the last thing I check before I fall asleep.
Right? It's just any app. I go to hit. Oh, I don't know. I go to text someone. I go to text. Instead of hitting the text icon, I hit BIGO. Instead of hitting the call icon, I hit BIGO. Instead of hitting the Instagram, I hit BIGO. Oh my god!
Yeah. Yeah, I was actually gonna call my mom like yesterday morning, and then X was like, I'm gonna call mom, and I was like, since when did I call my mom on BIGO?
My thoughts and prayers. I'm so sorry. Thoughts and prayers with you.
I'm sorry. Yeah. Take care.
How long have you been on BIGO for?
Since April this year, so it's April. Almost 7 months.
How many months? I'm sorry.
Almost 7.
Oh wow! It flies by. It really does.
It does.
I've been on BIGO. Oh my goodness, 2.5 years. Like it just. Where did it go? BIGO.
Yeah, and I was like, well, okay, I'm not really good at catching up like those social platforms, but at least I'm like, even if I don't use it that much, I've always known like, okay, that's an app, and that's an app, even if I don't use it. And when she called me like, there's a there's an app called BIGO, and I was like, yeah, bingo on YouTube. It's just like, no, not bingo. BIGO was like, yeah, what? And I've been hooked since
What would you
then.
say your best and worst experience has been on BIGO?
The best experience is, first of all, I got into a very good agency and a very good family, and it's a family and agency like there's no things called you're better or I'm better or that one is better, or like we are all equal, and we're like trying to support everyone, like trying to like make everyone reach their target. And of course it's like you can't like do everything for everyone, but like we're trying to help at least so people can reach their targets and things. And like everyone cares, and that's a good experience. I got many new friends like you and you guys in the States. Like I've met a lot of new friends and that accept me for me. And the worst thing I can feel sometimes about this platform is all the drama. I hate drama. I mean, like, and when people are like saying, oh, if you can't handle when people are a little bit rough when they're talking, you shouldn't be on internet. And that's something I feel like I wanted to like start changing, because I feel like everyone should be able to use this platform, to be able to use to be here and finding friends, and not have to accept that some people are rude, that some people that you have to accept and just be quiet and take that people are like pulling you down, calling you names, calling you things, that it's not okay. And of course I can agree, like when you are on a social platform you have to have a little bit of an attitude, because like so you don't get like bullied or things. But at the same time I don't think I don't want it to be like that, because I want everyone to feel the joy of being here, finding friends, and have fun. Then, of course, everyone can't agree on everything, but people should learn to accept that people see things in different ways, and you shouldn't start a fight about it.
Very, very true. Like, I stay clear of drama. No drama. Leave it at the door. Leave it in the DMs, but not in my DMs. When you enter my broadcast.
No,
Oh, goodness. So we can't always agree, disagree.
exactly.
I like
To disagree.
to make the best of each and every situation. Do you have a favorite gift that you ever received on the app? A favorite gift?
The ones I like is, of course, like the I like the kiss, then the kiss me. I think that's very pretty, and the rose rain. And but just because I am in a family called Phoenix, I like the Phoenix dragon, like the flaming phoenix. I think that is so awesome. And when I've seen like I think it's the rose rain, kiss me, the dragons, and of course the shields. I mean, like those are so awesome. I think it looks so cool.
Animations is absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
So, do you have any piercings, Miss Greedy?
I have in my lips, I have in my tongue. I don't have them in right now, but I have like in my nose here, I have a septum.
Anything
And
else?
I have in my ears like those big stretches, but I've taken those out, so it was actually 16 or 18 millimeters, but they're shrinking now, so I'm starting to use regular earrings, and I have in my nipples.
Oh, spill that tea with Alicia G. Miss Greenie, spill that tea, lady. Spill it.
You asked. I'm just answering.
Any other piercings you'd like to get into?
No,
Just
not
asking.
there. Not
It's
there.
okay, we don't judge.
I think down under the nipples is well, okay, maybe the belly button, but no more than that.
Now,
But I love piercings. I actually want to get my cheeks pierced, so I get like those dimples. I always wanted dimples, but I have those like puffy cheeks. Like I look like a little bit like a little chubby squirrel. So I've never had those dimples, and I want dimples so bad. So I'm thinking about it doing
ladies and
dimples.
gentlemen, this is where it's gonna get a little fun, a little silly, might make you blush, but it's all for entertainment purposes only. Welcome to Spill the Tea with Alicia G and the beautiful but talented Miss Greenie. Any crazy tattoos, wild woman, Miss Greenie?
Oh Lord, my whole leg. As we talked about earlier, my old party stories before I grew up and became a responsible mom. I actually had a friend over, and he was like, "I bought a tattoo machine." I was like, "I have beer in my fridge." He was like, "Yes." So I was lying on my couch in my old apartment drinking beer, and he tattooed my leg. And it's so uneven, and some parts are thicker and some parts are smaller. And I actually I have a Volbeat. I think you've seen it. I have a Volbeat tattoo here or somewhere. I think it's there. I have a Volbeat, and that is I call my friend who does tattoos, and I was like, "What are you doing? Can you get over here?" She's like, "Well, it is like 8 p.m. Why?" "Well, I'm going to a Volbeat concert tomorrow." "Okay." "And I want the Volbeat tattoo." She's like, "Are you kidding me? I can't go to Volbeat concert without a Volbeat tattoo." She's like, "But it takes me half an hour at least to walk, and I have to carry everything." "No, it's all good. I call you a cab." Are you sure?" She was like tattooing me like really tired, and she got home like around 2 a.m. in the morning, and she was like, I paid her, but she's like, "I'm never ever gonna do a tattoo in the last minute again." I'm like, "Well, it's fun."
How many?
So I have a lot
How
of.
many tattoos do you say you have?
Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 18.
18.
18 or 18 or 19.
And ink here is covered. You wanna know how many I have?
1. No, 0. I think you have none.
0. I have no tattoos, guys. None.
0.
I'm scared. I'm scared.
Don't start. Be like, it can be cute, like with a little butterfly or something, but when you start, you won't stop. I was just gonna have 2, and I was like, I'm gonna go do 3. I have like a lyrics on one of my shoulders that says, "You can close your eyes for the things you don't want to see, but you can't close your heart to the things you don't want to feel." And then I have like, you know, the eternity sign, the lying aid. And yeah, exactly. And a heart and my grandpa's name. And then I have a tattoo that says, all I am I owe to my parents. And that's tattoo for my friend. And then I have a tattoo for another friend who's not my friend anymore.
Just remove that one.
And
No.
I'm actually
Tattoo
starting
over
to do
that
it.
one. Oh, no.
It's on my leg, so no one will see it because I always wear pants. And then I have this one. It's starting to, I'm gonna do a sleeve. So this is from my mom. She's my guiding star. This is from my dad. And then the dices are from my brother. No, it's not about that he likes to gamble. It's like the rockabilly dices. And then I have a sister tattoo for my sister. So it's gonna be a family sleeve.
I like that. And Ink, you have 28 piercings. Where are those piercings?
Who had 20? Oh Lord.
Spill the tea, Ink.
Yeah.
Is there a Prince Albert? Well, I'm gonna spill the tea now.
Or do you have them all in your face?
Oh, goodness.
Isn't can't pass like a pass control or something because it's gonna start screaming like beep beep beep.
I'm just joking. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay. Do you like to be spanked?
Depends. It depends. If the person knows what they're doing, fine. But if it's someone like hit you like hip or something, like almost crush your hip or something, no. Then no, but it can be nice sometimes, I think.
In the moment.
Yeah, in the right moment. It's not like lying and sleeping and someone's like, hey! Then I'm not really into it.
Oh, wait. Whew, we're getting wild up in here, y'all. It's gonna get hot. It's spicy. I spill some tea. Would you, consider yourself very dominant?
Depends on the situation.
In a
I mean,
bedroom
like,
situation.
no. I mean, like, here's the thing, and this is actually fact. I'm like a really dominant, like, person, like, in general. I like having control. I have to have control. Like, I'm gonna show you something real quick. If you see on my table, I have my kids' backpack ready with their clothes, and their backpacks are always like fixed the like night before. I always have like everything packed and everything fixed, and I have everything under control because if I don't have control, I get panicked.
I honestly thought you were gonna show us a special room with like, the chains and, other.
No,
type of...
I don't
Okay
have that
if you do,
yet.
we don't judge.
I don't have one yet. Now you're giving me ideas. No, I'm just kidding.
Like a little
But
swing,
so when it comes to that part, like, no, I would probably like fall out, break my neck or something, and the last thing you hear is like, "Oh, Miss Green's just in the hospital. She just broke her own neck." No, but I feel like so when it comes to like bedroom situations, yeah, I think like sometimes it's kind of nice to like lose all the control for a moment. So when the romance is over, you can go out and being the dominant bitch again.
There you have it, people. There you have it. Oh, goodness. So I'm gonna give the screenshot for that one, guys. You know what I'm talking about. So
All done.
Do you like hot wax or whatnot? Like hot wax, candle wax, dressing up, all that cute.
No. No, I mean, I may be crazy, but there's some things I have like, no, the thing is that I actually have like, I'm very sensitive, like I have a very, I'm very sensitive on my skin, like, so the things that people like, I didn't even touch you, and I was like, ah, because like I'm very sensitive, and I had that since I was a kid, so when hot things and like things like that, it like, it, oh, it hurts, like into my soul, my soul hurts.
Oh my, woo! I get hot up in here. Oh my goodness.
No, Monty. Monty, I can be your Swedish girl, and you can have Alicia in, because you know, I didn't mean that. I mean, like, Monty is from Sweden. His parents and things are from Sweden, so he has some part Swedish in him. And but he lives in the States, so he gets the best of both worlds.
The best of both worlds. It's a beautiful thing. Oh.
It is.
Oh, my beautiful.
Maybe that's what I should call my other personality. Like Miss Green, the best of both worlds.
Oh goodness. So, have you ever had like a one night stand? What's in that cup there? We don't.
It is energy drink. I need to stay awake. Well,
We don't judge. Judgment is.
a couple. I have a couple. Like a funny story about one night stand is that one of my exes was actually a one night stand, but we couldn't keep separated from each other, so we ended up being a couple. And no, Monty, it's all good. I'm used to it. I'm used to it. You should talk with my mom. Whew. Those are tough questions.
And
But yeah, I have. I mean, I was a party girl, so
we don't judge.
everyone needs some love.
Have you ever been on a blind date?
Yeah, and it was the worst thing I have ever done.
Spill the tea. Tell us what happened.
Well, I met this guy. We were on a blind date, and everything was like good. I don't know if I told you this story, but it was all good. Yeah, it is. It's 5 a.m. in Sweden. And we got home, everything was good, you know, he was like really nice, he was sweet. It was a little bit odd though, because he wanted a blind date at McDonald's. I was like, hey, free McDonald's. I love McDonald's fries, so I'm not complaining. And we went out taking a couple drinks, and like, it was just a cool, good night. We were talking, and it was no like blind date, you know, where the guy always talk about his ex and things. But he became one of my one night stands, and oh, not completely, because in the middle of everything he started crying and asked if it was okay if he called his mom. So he went out in the kitchen, called his mom. It's like, "Hi, mom, it's just me. I want to ask her. By the way, how's the cat?" And I was like, "Getting dressed." Just walked out of there, and I blocked his
I
number.
never looked back. No. Oh, you ever used a dating app?
I have no good experience about that
Oh,
either.
spill the tea.
I had one guy. We were like together. We were like start of our relationship with like we have been out on dates, and then we're starting to get serious. And he had a kid, and I was like totally like acceptable. And he was like, I can't see you today because, and we were neighbors. First of all, I was new in my new apartment and he was my new neighbor. And I was like, of course, if your kid is sick and you want to spend time with him, of course, like, just text me when you can, and when you have the time, like, I'm here. And I was standing like in my kitchen window because I didn't have like in that time. I was like, living alone, breaking all the rules, smoking through the window. And like I had my window and like, let's say my apartment was here and here was his apartment. So like when I was standing in my window, I could see like straight up to his balcony. And I saw him like hard style kissing a woman like through the balcony. She's like holding her tight. So I texted him and was like, "Hi, how is your kid?" "Oh, well, he's better. We're cuddling." "Yeah, I can see you're cuddling. What do you mean?" I look down and then I stand in the window like, "Hi." I've never seen someone run so fast. And since that day, I was like, no. I gave up on dating apps.
Alright, best date, worst date.
Best date was... Okay, worst date was the blind date. We stay there. Or no, I have another one. When the guy wanted to buy me dinner at this expensive restaurant, and when he was about to pay, he was like, "Oh, I forgot my wallet."
Oh no, he didn't.
So I had to pay. Oh yes, he did. And best date was when my husband took me out on a dinner, just me and him eating, and we got home watching movies. And yeah.
How did you meet your husband?
I was 14.
Oh.
And we had, as not many people may know, I've been in church since I was a little girl. And I've been in the church choir, and I've been a lot in the church, and I love being there. And I had a friend there who had a boyfriend who was friends with my husband. And they were like, "Oh, you should be together. You would be so cute together." So I met him, and I was like falling in love, like instantly. I was like looking in his eyes. I was like, "You're mine." But then we broke up because I ended up in the emergency. I got half of my face was paralyzed, and he had a lot because he was going through surgery and things because he was in a car accident when he was 3. So he had a lot of skull surgeries. So it was like very much for both of us. Although his friend dumped me on the phone. Don't say I said anything. No, but I was angry. Yeah, I was angry for a while, but we stayed friends, and we've been friends ever since. And then I turned around 21, and I met him, and yeah, we're starting to hang out, and starting with a cuddle and everything, and I got pregnant. And we just realized, okay, he didn't realize. And my other friend, she was like, "Okay, you're stupid." He was like, "What?" "Okay, she's been hitting on you for like a year." "She has?" Duh. And then he said like, "Well, I like her too." And so like when we realized like, okay, we really liked each other, we got a couple, and then we realized I was pregnant, and I moved in at his house, and yeah, that was 4 years ago. And now we have 2 kids, we're married, we have our own apartment, and he is never getting rid of me. But
Now,
that's how it is.
now who said I love you first?
Believe it or not, the guy who didn't understand I liked him for a year was the one saying I love you first. On New Year's Eve 2017, like the day New Year's between 17 and 18. And I was pregnant, so I wasn't drinking. Like me and our another friend, we were the only sober ones. But yeah, well, my husband, he didn't drink very much because he was like, if anything happens, he was like, I want to be kind of sober. And then he just like, it was kind of like a romantic thing because, and I'm surprised. Sometimes he gets this romantic side out of nowhere. It's like, where did that come from? And he just took me in his arms, like under like the fireworks, and I was like, I love you. Hey, dude.
Thank you for sharing that with us. So, are you and your husband swingers or in the process of becoming swingers?
No, we have actually got that question
Really?
before. Yeah, because like some people think like I'm always like, I have a kind of flirty personality.
You wish those that life never came. I wish those that life never came. Go on, I'm sorry.
I have a kind of a flirty personality. People always think like, oh, you're cheating. No, I'm not. I would never cheat. I have never cheated ever. But I have a kind of flirty personality. Like that's just who I am. I always been like, and I like my husband. That's why I really love him because he's so awesome. It's like if I say like some guy look good, I was like, oh, he's hot, and my husband's like, well, duh. He doesn't care. He's like, he knows that I'm faithful to him. He knows that I love him, and even though I think some people look good or some people are like, yeah, look good or something, he knows that just because I think someone looks good doesn't mean that I'm gonna like jump into bed with that. And I know that the word is sharing is caring, but that guy, he's mine. I owe him, and no one else is having that gorgeous ass.
Ooh.
He's mine.
You heard it, ladies. That is her man.
Then I don't know if he wants to like send me out on a trip, but I haven't asked him. Maybe I should ask him.
So no plans?
I ask him later.
Threesomes in the future? Nothing like that?
Been there, done that, and it's not very like, it's not that. Everyone is like, oh, threesome, it's so awesome. No. One person is lying there waiting for their turn, and then someone was just a mess. Ugh, never again. Okay, for the record, I was 18.
Don't judge, it's on Spill the Tea. Do not judge here. Ho volunteer.
I volunteer.
Bless you, sinners. Bless you. Okay, ever been caught in public doing anything, X-rated?
Yeah.
Do you want to spill the tea about this?
I was in, and for the people who know me by now knows that I don't care. I speak freely. Me and my husband, we were with my grandma and at her cousin's house and like on a vacation, and it was far away in the woods. And you know, like, we were in a little house, and my grandma, she's like, oh, well, I take care of our son. My daughter wasn't born, and my son, he was like recently, he was like a few months. She's like, oh, go take a walk or something, like, just spend time you talking, I take the little guy. So we were just like taking a walk, and then we saw a wood, and it was like, for like a little wood space, and I was like, shall we? I was like, hell yeah. And we thought like we were alone. It was like, I didn't expect people walking there. It was like out of nowhere, like in the middle of nowhere. It was like Narnia or something. And then all of a sudden, an older couple comes walking with their dogs, and I was like, ah! On with the clothes, like put on the clothes and standing there taking smoke. Like, yeah, we should do that on Tuesday. And they looked at me, and I saw the older, like the gentleman. He was like, I know what you're doing. I was like, let's go. So like the day after, when my grandma was like, go take a walk or something. No, it's all good. We'll sit here and play cards.
Well, you guys played cards. Okay.
Yeah.
Have you ever been to like a nude beach? Or any plans to?
No, I have never, and I'm not planning to.
Just asking, and that's wanting to know. I'm just.
I knew he was up to something. That's just kidding. No, actually, I'm too insecure about my body to like show it in public. So I got the questions from some friends, like, hey, we should do this. I'm like, you can go. I'm gonna sit there with my coat on, like, hi.
Oh goodness. Have you ever flashed anyone ever?
No, actually not.
Mooned?
Why don't
Moon
I have
someone?
actually?
And show your butt? Oh,
That
okay.
I have done. I mean, like every day when I get out of the shower. No, well, yeah, like I'm in a club, like a rockabilly club, let's say that, and we have like our skirts, like we have skirts and tops, and it's been several times when we're like climbing up and standing on the roof of like the old American cars, like, and my friend, she has a Chevrolet, and me and a friend like standing dancing, and there was like a hole in the ground, so the guy is like so we all fall, like we were three girls like grabbing each other and just fall down on the car roof. We didn't get hurt or anything. It was kind of slow, so it wasn't. But there was like a family with two kids. There was a mom and a dad and two kids. And we fall and we slashed the whole, like by mistake, like our skirt just flew back. And we were like quick going like sorry and laughing. And the mom, she was like, hard. And dad, he was like, he was like following us with her eyes.
Were you going commando that day, or did you have a little something else? Oh,
no, we
just
did not go commando that day. Thank God. Otherwise, I would probably still be in jail. I think that's illegal. Like accidents can happen, but when you flash the whole thing, going commando, the popo won't be very glad.
Okay, on that. Are you, we'll calm it down here. Welcome to Spill the Tea with Alicia G. We could definitely just go on and on and on, that is for sure here. Have you ever ghosted someone? Oh, you did say you ghosted that one blind date.
Yeah, it happened several times.
Not once, but several.
Yeah, I mean, like, you're meeting someone and you're like trying to learn, and then you realize that person is a creep standing outside your work, going up to your work and ask your coworkers when you start and ask for a copy of your schedule. Then you ghost that person.
Have you
I think I have a magnet in my forehead saying, "Hi, I'm available for idiots. Come join me," or something.
have you ever creeped on an ex's social media?
Well, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna sound so evil and so mean. I am not mean, but I have an ex. He's a total douche. He was cheating on me and he was doing illegal things behind my back and things like that. And so I dumped him, and he was spreading like rumors that, oh, I'm so glad I don't have to deal with that ugly cow, blah blah blah. Okay, whatever. And then I find out first of all, he was crying when I got pregnant with my husband because he saw me as the mother of his child. It was like, 2 hours ago you called me a fat cow and now you're crying. Well, okay, it's schizophrenic. And then he showed up, like we accidentally passed each other, and he was like, "Hi, how are you doing?" I was like, "Who are you?" And he said something like, "Oh, you should know I'm so happy without you. I found another girl." So I stalked his Facebook to find pictures of his new girlfriend. I didn't say anything, I didn't write anything. I was just like trying to feel a little bit better about myself. And all I said when I looked at her profile picture was, "Oh, you poor bastard. You have no idea what a psycho you're dating." But I never said anything to them. But sometimes I go in to his profile picture just to see, because he doesn't have a very good relationship, because that girl is apparently not sane either. So sometimes I just go in just to remind myself how happy I am that I left him and what a wonderful life I have today. And to laugh a bit because they look so unhappy.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Don't piss her off. She's a wild woman. Miss Green will come get you. She'll come creep on that social. Miss Green, you are
No, don't worry,
amazing.
I won't.
Amazing. And I want to say thank you so much for sharing some fun, exciting, juicy, spill the tea moments all about the one and only Miss Greenie. It's been an absolute pleasure. Oh my goodness. To have you here. I was wondering, it's totally up to you because I know it's late. And thank you for coming here once again, especially with the time change. Would you want to sing us a song? It's totally up to you.
I can tell you, I have no voice to sing. And I tried to sing before, and my voice just like, I was like, okay, no, I'm not going to sing because someone will think it's something wrong with our laundry room again. I sound like our old washing machine. But I will absolutely do it another time.
Definitely arrange.
But tonight or tomorrow, this morning, now, my throat is sore.
I appreciate you so much.
Thank you, you are.
Everyone for being here, sharing all these fun stories. Anything else you'd like to add to tell everyone your social media, where to find you, stuff like that? Anything?
My Instagram is Miss Green 1996. And you can't hide, ask Bear, because I will find you even if you want me to find you. No, I'm just kidding. And give that girl more love.
You are amazing.
She needs everything. You're amazing. Thank you for having me.
This will be posted on my YouTube channel. Be sure to check it out on Saturday, October 2nd at 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. It'll be on my YouTube channel. Be sure to check it out, ladies and gentlemen. The one and only, beautiful, talented, from Sweden, Miss Greedy. Be sure to give her that follow, guys. Follow her on social media. Follow me on my social media, all social media, AliciaGWorld, and tune in each and every Thursday for Spill the Tea with Alicia G and that one special guest, knowing all about that special someone. Oh, spill some juicy tea. 7 p.m. Pacific and 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thanks for being you. You've been amazing. Remember, hit that bell for notification. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. And thanks for watching. Thanks for being you. And boom boom, baby.
And as people said, go to YouTube and check Alicia's new music video, In a Circle. It's awesome.
Thank you.
I watched it like 500 times, almost.
And thank you.
Thank you so much, and I will jump over to your room. And I'll see you there. Bye.